Hey everyone, this is Kit Cabell with Hard Lens Media, and this is Perspectives. So recently, Joe Biden and his campaign did an attack ad against Donald Trump, where they're saying that Trump was unprepared and that China's responsible for COVID-19, that Trump had a hands-off approach with China, and that Joe Biden tried to warn the world and the administration that, we need to take more action. The attack ad is very interesting. A lot of intense music, a couple scenes that make it look good old Uncle Joe Biden is somewhat competent, which is a difficult thing to do, especially if you check out some of his previous interviews on MSNBC and CNN. Check this video out.
He failed to act. So now Trump and his allies are launching negative attacks against Joe Biden to hide the truth. Here are the facts. Joe Biden warned the nation in January that Trump had left us unprepared for a pandemic. Then, Biden told Trump he should insist on having American health experts on the ground in China.
I would be on the phone with China and making it clear, we are going to need to be in your country. You have to be open. You have to be clear. We have to know what's going on.
But Trump rolled over for the Chinese. He took their word for it.
The president tweeted, China has been working very hard to contain the coronavirus. The United States greatly appreciates their efforts and transparency.
China, I spoke with President Xi, and they're working very hard, and I think it's going to all work out fine.
Trump praised the Chinese 15 times in January and February as the coronavirus spread across the world.
It's a tough situation. I think they're doing a very good job.
Are you concerned about its potential impact on the global economy?
I think that China will do a very good job.
Trump never got a CDC team on the ground in China. And the travel ban he brags about? Trump let in 40,000 travelers from China into America after he signed it. Not exactly airtight. Look around. 22 million Americans are out of work, and we have more officially reported cases and deaths than any other country. Donald Trump left this country unprepared and unprotected for the worst public health and economic crisis in our lifetime. And now we're paying the price. All the negative ads in the world can't change the truth.
So yeah, that's the attack ad. Again, a lot of dramatic music, and of course they're like in any attack ad for a political candidate, they're making Joe Biden seem competent, that he was going to say to the whole world that, look, I'm warning everyone about COVID-19 and that we were never prepared. Well, here's the one caveat of truth to this, and that is this country was never prepared for something like COVID-19. Because we have a privatized healthcare system, and because right now 22 million Americans are on unemployment, their health insurance is now gone like that. We were never prepared for COVID-19. The whole world was never prepared for COVID-19. And it's easy to blame Trump, and Trump is definitely responsible for his mismanagement. China also carries some blame, but the way they're making it seem as though this is all truly intentional. The sad fact is, this took years of negligence, years of arrogance to where we're at right now with COVID-19. As it stands right now, there's no cure, no vaccination, no immunity to COVID-19, and there was nothing anyone can do right now at this point to basically say that one group is more responsible than another. And this attack ad also is kind of very similar to the whole Russiagate kind of fears and blaming another country for a current situation. It's not good, and it almost seems very similar to 2016. Again, no one was prepared for COVID-19, and Joe Biden saying that he would, make sure he'd put CDC officials in China, that's not going to happen. That's a sovereign country. Are you trying to instigate some kind of conflict with China now? Is that something we've got to be prepared for? Not only do we have to worry about the economy collapsing, not only do we have to worry about this virus still being around, now what, more hostile relations with China, with Russia, who else? Who else is on the hit list right now? Because this is starting to become ridiculous. And of course, the one sad fact about this attack ad is that it makes Joe Biden look competent. It makes Joe Biden seem like he knows everything, when in fact, if we look at some of the recent interviews that Joe Biden has done on mainstream television, he has a hard time explaining his policies and his points of views. And I do pity the moderators and the people that are interviewing Joe Biden at these, town halls or at these events or even at these, exclusive interviews that CNN and MSNBC are doing with Joe Biden It's almost like they're trying to struggle to really trying to grasp what he is saying to them. Who knows how these debates are going to turn out, but it leaves this whole entire situation that we have with this election cycle on uncertain grounds, because we have two individuals who are horribly flawed. We have two individuals that really have a hard time relating to people, and truth be told, these two are not prepared to be president of the United States, but these are the two choices that we have. It's sickening to a lot of people. But if we look at how Joe Biden has been responding and handling the situation, especially when it comes down to really explaining his policies, he is struggling. Check this short video out from CNN.
Kinds of things that have to be done. There's during World War II, where Roosevelt came up with a thing that was totally different than he called it the World War II. He had the War Production Board.
So yeah, did anyone grasp what Joe Biden was trying to say? His campaign can make a nice attack ad. And of course, these attack ads are nothing but political BS, because Donald Trump is going to do his attack ad, and it's going to be full of his own political BS too. But at the end of the day, neither of these two individuals are genuine. Neither of these two individuals really have a plan to help out the working class. It's just nothing but finger pointing and blaming. We were never prepared. No one was prepared. The system we have is not prepared. And when it comes down to even these interviews that Joe Biden's doing on CNN and MSNBC and any other major media outlet, he is unprepared as well. This is what happens when basically voters just allow the system to be as it is. And this is why we have to get involved and really change the way we run elections in this country. Because we have two individuals running for the highest office in the land, and neither truly have a plan to help out the American people. You have first responders, doctors, and nurses who are working around the clock just to make sure that they can keep the people that they're taking care of alive. This privatized system we have doesn't work. And so, as we continue on through this election cycle, as we get closer and closer to November, Americans are going to have to make a choice. But we have to see through the propaganda, we have to see through the BS, we have to see through all this garbage that's going to be presented towards us, and we have to find out who's really going to be working for us and why we have to really start preparing for the midterm election cycle and numerous other smaller elections down the road. Because this neoliberal system is falling apart. It was never prepared, no one was prepared, and finger pointing and blaming is the last thing we need to do. Right now, we need to overhaul this entire system so that this can never happen again. This is Kit with Hard Lens Media. Peace to you guys, and this has been Perspectives. Take care.